Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Divine Invocations Tarot, and the first deck that I'll be using for this week is the Sacred Indian Tarot deck. So, if you like my work, you might want to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. This is the only channel on YouTube dedicated to Indian tarot decks. So, like I said, the first deck is the Sacred Indian Tarot. If it resonates with you, it's great. Otherwise, you might want to just skip out the messages which does not resonate with you. I've already got the first card ready. The first card is the Empress, calling in all the divine spirits to help us with the messages for the current week. The first card is the Empress. Sorry about that, just 1 second. Let me shuffle the cards well. Just one card, please. Alright. Second one is Devil, and the third is the Strength. Very interesting. Let's first read out and interpret the message for the current week. The first card, as we've discussed, is the Empress. Let's go ahead and check out what's the message from this card. The Empress, or Shashti, represents a female form associated with fertility, growth, abundance, knowledge, wealth, domestic stability, and happiness. The Empress is the embodiment of womanhood and symbolizes one half of a perfect polarity, the Emperor being the other side of the balance. At her highest level, the Empress also represents the Great Mother in her aspect of protector, nurturer, teacher, lover, and friend. The card is a card of promise and opportunity. The Empress brings a flood of hope and is the epitome of abundance. Shashti is the goddess of gifting children. She is the protectress of children, and her mount is a cat. She is gold skinned with a child in her arms and a vermilion hue. Since she also represents a great mother, all the elements of compassion, unconditional love, and acceptance come to the forefront, fulfilling her part in the eternal cycle of creation. So it is quite possible you might see a very different side of yourself appearing from within you in the coming days. It is because the mother aspect of you will be very much dominant. There are many chances that you will see certain changes showing or revealing itself when you are interacting with people or when you're trying to express yourself. You will see great stability within your mindset and the approach in which you are interacting with people. It is quite possible that you also, irrespective of the fact whether you're a male or a female, you're in a great flow to achieve a state of mental stability. It's a good way to go ahead and start into the week. But there comes a situation. Let's go and read out the message for the next card. That's the Devil. That's the card number 15. Bound to a particular idea, material obsession and manipulation of power. Asura, or the Devil card, is a wake-up call and acts as a warning to you of the dangers of being wrapped up in anything that is unhealthy relationships, habits, or situations. As you can see, the Empress also represents fertility. Any creative aspect of you which is wanting to emerge from you, anything which is very, very pure and divine, it is untouched by anybody because it exists within you. Now, the point is, when you start tapping into that potential, there is a possibility that it gets to a point when it starts to affect your mindset, and that is where the negativity of the devil energy comes into picture. It's not something which is external that you have to be frightened or afraid of. It is something which is an aspect or a side of you which you need to take control or take care of. How do you do that? There are techniques in which you can instruct yourself to understand what is the power of intuition, how does it work, and you have ways to spend time with yourself so that you can rebuild yourself right from the start of the day. So let's read out more here. Asura in Indian philosophy or mythology represents the power seeking or a power hungry demon. So the Empress side of you is the creative aspect, which is trying to tap or help you out to do good. But when you learn that there is something which you're doing in terms of the right thing, there are possibilities that it might manifest into the negative element which you have to take care of. So the whole point is, how do you understand your vibration and how do you move into higher vibration is all the more important. Asura itself symbolizes you submitting to something within you which is not the real you. So, in order to make sure that you are not stuck in this bondage or a situation when you're not able to understand what you need to do in terms of seeking action, you do not have to seek action by, if you think you need some help, you might want to, speak to people whom you trust more. But as a whole, your creative energies or vibrations are helping you. But the point is, there are possibilities that you yourself might hinder your own growth because you know that you're good at something, and that is where your negative element will start to dominate your creative energy. So, symbolically, Asura has horns, which refers to being in the clutches of egotistical behavior. The snake in the Asura represents Nahusha, who became drunk with the power and was turned into a serpent, a creature of darkness unable to see the light. So, the symbolic meaning of light and darkness is the contrast in these two cards. As you can sense, that your creative energy is there, it's wanting to emerge, but there is one side of you which is not letting you move into the light. Asura is depicted half human, half snake like divine beings with exaggerated features in Indian mythology. Asura is opposed to Devas, were power seeking deities, often with a sinful or evil trait of character. So, the bright side is there in you, and it wants to seek the right things, and it wants to tap into its own potential and help you grow as a person. That's all happening within you. But on the other side, when you start to gain power, it is evident that the negative aspect of you might start to take control. That's when you lose the grip of making yourself sail through into the light. So always remember, you have to allow yourself and the purer side of you to surface, and that'll happen by making sure that all, not just all the deeds and the acts that you do are pure and divine, but also help out or reach out to people as much as you can, but keep a check on your instincts, which will always be the guiding light. The final card is the strength card, and most fitting way to end the read. Let's read out the message from this card. Bhima, or the strength, denotes a strong personal character with a high self worth and confidence, and it is the very foundation of the physical body. The card indicates qualities of perseverance, courage, resolve, and inner strength that will see you through your hardest times. It also indicates an ability to relate to others in an open and a friendly way and to deal with life to the best of your ability. So, as you can easily sense, creative powers will help you and give you directions. And this has to be your own natural, own creative abilities which will emerge from you. And there are chances that when you start to gain power, you will feel that grip of your ego trying to take control. That's when you have to understand that your real strength of the in your character is like this elephant. It is Bhima in Mahabharata. It is depicting not just strength in terms of physical strength, but also mental strength and abilities to make sure that proper stance is maintained throughout that epic battle of Mahabharata. So the real Mahabharata is the tussles or the issues that we face in our daily lives. That is our playground. So always remember, you have the strength to overcome all the situations which might throw you into a situation of chaos. You still will have the strength and ability to overcome and take care of everything the right way. And not to forget, the bottom of the deck shows the Fool card, which is a zero card, which is also a add-on that I'll put into this read, because that also is very symbolic to this entire spread and reading. Fool basically indicates Vidushak, interesting archetype that marks the beginning of life journey culminating into the world card. So you can see your reading ends in the Fool card, and ideally, Fool card is the first card in a tarot deck. So the point is, it's very symbolic in the way this reading ends, and it is showing the fact that you have risk taking abilities which will be the dominant side of you. But remember, you have to allow yourself to understand what is right and take decisions with the help of your diviner side, which is in tune with your energies. So feel your vibrations, and you will be at the right spot to take the right decisions at the right time. That's read for this week from this tarot deck. Jai Shri Krishna.